Hi everyone, first sample card here. So today we're going to make this funky little card. It's just a really quick and easy one while we get into the swing of things. So I'm just going to bob this to one side and show you how we get there. So I've got my plain card blank and we're going to be using the Viva Forever paper pad, which is fabulous and it is only £1. So it's got loads of lovely colours in there, lots of papers. And then we're going to be using the birthday sentiment stamp set and the succulent stamp set, all available on our website. So first things first, out of the set I'm going to use the Little Dinky Flower. I'm just going to ink that up and then I'm just going to go around the corners. I'm using a 7x7 card blank rather than anything too big or small. I like a 7x7, it's very in the middle. I'm just going to ink up just in random little places just because it just adds that little bit extra depth to it. You don't have to do this if you didn't want to, but I think it's a lovely little effect. Put some little bits around the edges. Can't miss out that corner. Excuse me. So, next step is I'm going to have a look in my paper and see what papers I want to use. I think we'll go for this one. It's the same as the other ones. So using a pinky shade. And then we're going to use, when I find it. It is in here, I've used it already. It's a bluey one. Or shall we go for a different one? Shall we use the same one? Oh, decisions. What about an orange one? Let's go pink and orange. Pink and orange. We'll go for this one. Take that out there. So I've now selected, good choices. I like my choices. So now selected my cards. So I'm just going to get my foam tape. And I know this is probably the wrong way around to do this, but this is just how my brain works. When I'm explaining things, I have to do it sort of like base upwards. So that's how we're going to work it today. Scissors. I'm wanting a bit of depth, so I'm going to use the foam pads, foam tape, which again will be back in stock very soon if it's not in stock already. I am on my last roll, so I could have gone more, but when you're on your last remnants, you need to save it, don't you? So put that there, and then we're gonna go over with the pink. Oh, I do like these choices. I think I like these better than I liked the blue. Lifting off the backing. It's a really good foam tape, this one, because it has got backbone, which is what I love about it. So it stays the thickness that it's going to be. So there we have layer 1. I'm going to move this to one side because next job is no, that's not the right piece of card. Is that the right piece of card? No, that's not the right piece of card because this is the right piece of card. So I've now got my succulent stamp. I'm just going to ink it up using a black Versamark, black Versafine even. Just give it a good press around. Sometimes I like using a smaller ink pad just so I can make sure that I can go into little nooks and crannies. So, as you can see, I'm just going to bob this on top here like so. Give it a good press down and make sure it's all set. Fabulous. Excuse me. So next step is I'm going to colour in my succulents, and I'm using my Arteza Real brush pens. They are watercolour brush pens, but I won't be using any water with them today. I'm just going to use them as I would a normal colouring pen. These were one of the things that I started out crafting with, just because I think they're super easy to use, and they're quite versatile with you being able to use them with the watercolour as well. So I'm just going to colour this in like so. So I'm just putting down a base layer, and then what I'm going to do is, where it's got the shadows, I'm just going to go back over, a bit like you would with a pro marker or an alcohol marker. So I'm just going to go back in, and it just creates that little bit of depth. A little bit of depth of colour. And then I've got my pink and my orange. So I've used acid green in that one, and then I've got fuchsia and cardamom orange. Excuse me. So I'm just going to colour in my plant pot. And these pens are really good because it's almost like they self-blend as well, so you're not left with big lines where you've coloured. Make sure I colour that in there. And then with my lovely pink. Really like this colour combination. It took me a while for it to get the colours that I wanted to use right, because I wanted it to match the paper pad and I wanted them to match on the same tonal scale as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to colour this one in orange, but we're going to cut out another flower to put it over the top in the pink, so it gives it a little bit of depth. So on the little bit of card I had earlier, we're going to, then I found the little stamp, so I'm going back in with this and I'm just going to ink up the flower because that's all I need. See what I'm doing there? So that's all that I need, so I'm just going to stamp that out there. Yep, perfect. And then I'm going to colour this one in pink, because what we're going to do is I'm going to layer them over the top so it looks like a 3D effect. Just adds that extra bit to it. And they're really simple to cut out because it's a simple little line. So I just got my little scissors. Just be careful if you're not embossing so that your ink doesn't run like mine. So I'll just put my thumb in, so I'll just go back over with a bit of colour and hopefully it'll cover it a bit more. Like so. And then I'm just going to let that dry, and then I'm just going to curl up the edges. Like so. Go back in around that edge. Have a little drink. So then we've got this and we've got this. So I'm going to use my, what I've just realised I was using that as a weight. Will that weight it down enough? No. Just bear with me 1 second. Need something weighty enough. This will do. We're still working out where everything's going, so you'll just have to bear with while I find enough weight behind it. So, I want my little cropper to go around the edges. So it just makes it nice and I think it just finishes it off. You could use a die for this if you wanted. There we go. So that finishes that bit off. And then again, I'm going back in with my flour. Just little dots around the edges, just bringing in that base layer that we worked with earlier. Because you'll see how it'll all come together. So that is one layer. And then we're just going to use a tiny dab of foam tape. I want to put this at a little angle so you can see the orange underneath. So that is that layer done. So then next job on, put that to one side with my card blank. And next we've got the layer with the plain white card. So again, same thing, so we're just going around the edges with the little flower. Right, so I've missed out these corners purposely, because I've got some washi tape. And I were using this one earlier, but I like this one. I think it fits in with my colours a little bit better. So I'm going to use a dab of washi tape. And I think it just brings in that way because it's folded over. I'm just going to try and cut it as straight as I can. I'm going to pop that down there like so. Pop that around the edge. And then I think I'm going to have another little bit that goes along there. So you can see it's coming together now, layer by layer. You have to make sure you want your straight edges. I've put that on very wonky. Just want to pop that there like so, and fold that over. And that is my next layer for now. So what I'm going to show you next is, so I've pre-cut some, where's my little shapes gone? Honestly, you'd think I had the biggest desk in the world without I keep losing things. So I've pre-die cut some little banners. So this is where this is another page out of the book, and I think it just goes super duper well. Brings all the colours in together. So this is where your sentiments come in. So as you can see, I'm using birthday wishes, which I think is a really nice one. You can use anything, you can, whatever you've got in your stash, but I think this set of sentiments is a really good one because it's quite fun, and you've got some nice birthday phrases in there, or just normal sending love phrases. So I'm going to stamp that on there, just in black. Okay. And then I'm going to use just a tape runner because I want this one to be flat. I'm using the permanent dot and dab tape runner. Then we're just going to line this up. Make sure you can see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to line this up. So that it sits nicely. A little tap. So we are now ready to start assembling. So you've got all your little bits. Oh, good choice in the washi tape. That's coming together very nicely. So this layer, I think I'm just going to put it on flat. Am I? Yeah. So I'm just going to get my tape roll. And I'm just using permanent. We don't want to be using removable. Oh, that's an issue. Okay. So I'm going to try and bob that in the middle. Is that about right? We're working by eye, that'll do. So then your next bit that we want to be putting on is our succulent. This little guy on the bob on foam. Just then putting my foam down. Like so. And we're going to bob this in the middle. Just trying to work out where the middle would be. So about there, I reckon. Do we reckon? Yeah. We've committed. And then we've got a lovely sentiment. So again, just going in with my foam, pop that on the back. And then, do we want an angle? Do I want it there? I think I want it there. Oh, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go in and add an extra layer. So it pumps it up a little bit. Oh, perfect. Right, so last job, I've got my fabulous gems. So, I love these because they're absolutely huge, so all your work's done for you with them. I'm going to add that pink one in there. And then what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go for my medium-sized pink ones. Just going to add some down the edge here. I've bobbed them on a bit wonky, but it's okay. Go up the edge again here. And then I'm going to go in the middle of all the flowers that you can see that have got a middle. So it just adds that extra dimension of sparkle to it as well. Because everybody knows I love a good sparkle. So pop that there. And that, could go smaller. Even smaller. Just pop these in the middle of my little ones. Because you can never go too far with gems. Never go too far. I've got a gem tool on order. And that is my finished card. Is it? No, I'm going to add another pink one. Because I just go too far. It's just too far. Then I can't stop. So, there we go. That is my finished card. I'll bring that a bit closer to me. So I think the gems just add that little extra bit of something, and I absolutely love that. It's perfect for a birthday. It's young, it's fun, and it's beautifully bright for a lovely summer's day. All right, thank you. Look forward to seeing the next one. Bye.